This is one of the biggest UK cost of living stories right now. More than 1 in 3 young men in the UK now live with their parents, and the numbers show this is not just a lifestyle choice for a few people, it is part of a much bigger shift in how young adults are living. Official figures show 33.7% of men aged 20 to 34 were living with their parent or parents in 2024, compared with 22.1% of women the same age. Here's what makes the story even bigger. The total number of people aged 20 to 34 living with their parents has gone up from 3.3 million in 2014 to 3.6 million in 2024. That is a rise of almost 10% over the decade, which shows this is becoming more normal for a lot of young adults across the country. And this is the key reason behind it. The Office for National Statistics says this fits into a wider pattern of adults reaching major milestones later in life, and points to things like higher housing costs as part of the explanation. In other words, for a lot of people, moving out is simply getting harder to afford. The BBC article highlights one man in Manchester, Nathan, who says he has saved £50,000 by living with his father. And that is why this story hits in 2 completely different ways. For some people, staying at home can be a smart financial move that helps them build savings faster. But for others, it is a sign that rents, house prices and everyday costs are making independence harder to reach than it used to be. There is also a wider picture here. Official data shows 28% of all 20 to 34-year-olds in households were living with parents in 2024, up from 25.6% in 2014. So this is not just a male story. Men are more affected, but the broader trend is growing across young adults in general. So the simple version is this. More than 1 in 3 young men now live with their parents. The total number of young adults living at home has risen over the last decade. High housing costs are a major reason why. And for a lot of people, living with parents is no longer a short stopgap, it is becoming a longer-term reality.